Dr Nomfundo Mnisi is a veterinarian who qualified at the Medical University of South Africa, MEDUNSA. Now, her career started as a state veterinarian in Mpumalanga, serving previously disadvantaged communities and providing clinical training to officials. She's a strong believer in animal health awareness, in which she started a foundation to, educating secondary school learners on it. We are still in the month of August and celebrating women in all industries contributing to better other and their communities. Dr. Mnisi now joins us via Zoom this morning to share more on her work. Dr. Mnisi, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you. Good morning, Simpiwe, and it's an honor for me to be here.
It's an absolute pleasure having you on the show this morning. First of all, tell us more about the work that you do at the South African Veterinary Council.
Well, the South African Veterinary Council is a regulating body for the veterinary profession. So I serve there as the vice president of the council. So what we do is to ensure that there's quality standards across the country, and our professionals, all professionals, the veterinarians and the para-veterinarians, are providing quality service to our communities.
I guess animal welfare is your passion. What really led you to this career? What is so fascinating about it?
Well, to be honest, it was curiosity that led me in this career. I just wanted to be unique. I learned about it, and whilst I was training for it, I realized that I love it even more. And what drives me now to be in this is I would love to protect the public from the animal-related diseases. So that's what drives me at this moment, because there's a lot of animal diseases that are out there and the public is not aware about. So we need the veterinarians and the para-veterinarian professionals to be, to go out there and educate the people about that, day-to-day things, not just once in a while when there's an outbreak. And in that way, we are contributing to public health. And that drove me into further studying my studying by doing public health, to link the veterinary and the human health medicine.
Dr. Mnisi, what makes you think that people don't actually think that animal health and animal welfare is so important, that we should uphold animal rights as well?
I think it's probably the way we were brought up. Animals are just animals, and we do not understand that they are part of the whole cycle. WHO and OIE, they talk about One Health. When we're talking One Health, we're talking the animal and the human beings. So we cannot have a human health isolated from animal health, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So people do not know about that. They just think that as long as they are safe and their dog is out there not having food or full of diseases, then it's fine. Whereas that is not the truth. The truth is, if you've got animals, even if you do not have animals, because if you do not have animals, but you still have accessibility to animals somewhere, your neighbor has got dogs, somewhere there are dogs, and in that way you are still susceptible to whatever may go wrong with that animal. So it's a matter of changing mindsets, making people know that these are also beings. We are human beings, they are animal beings. They need also to be taken care of, and when we take care of them, they take care of us.
True.
You see, a happy animal is a happy animal owner. Now, if your animal is not happy, you're not going to be happy. So you need to make sure that your animal is happy, so that you are happy at the end of the day. People usually ask me, so you love animals so much, that's why you did vet? And I say, you know what? I actually love human beings so much that I realize that there's a gap. There's a gap between the animals. Animals are not taken care of, and indirectly they impact negatively on the health of human beings. So when we take care of animals, then the human beings will automatically be taken care of.
You know, one day, Dr. Mnisi, I will talk about the kind of loyalty that animals have towards humans, especially dogs, because I love dogs. And the loyalty that dogs have towards humans is absolutely incredible. And I suppose that is one facet of the discussion. And another facet of the discussion is coronavirus, of course. And just how important do you think it is to change the attitudes and behavior of our communities towards this COVID-19 in the fight against its spread?
Very important, Simpiwe. You know, the government has put up so much measures to ensure that this virus is contained. But what needs to happen is for the public to understand that those measures are not just for the government, but for us, to protect ourselves. So we need to get to a point where a person understands that I don't have to put this mask for the police or for the soldier. I don't have to sanitize. I must think of myself first, think of protecting yourself. Before you can even think of protecting your loved ones, think of protecting yourself. If you expose yourself to environments or to conditions that are risky, don't you love yourself? Don't you want to live tomorrow? So we need to get to that point where we understand that whatever measure it is, when it is said that do not do this because it will expose you to the virus, think of yourself. So if we can just love ourselves, love life, then we'll be able, to do whatever it takes. We will not need anybody to police us. So I think that's the message that I think should go out there. I will not go into the preventative measures of corona, but so much has been said about it. And it is time that as the public, we now start implementing that. Do it for myself, not for Simpiwe, but for me. And if all of us, we do it for ourselves, then we will fight this pandemic.
And what do you think is the role that women should play towards containing the spread of coronavirus?
Women, they are doers. They whatever it is, when they train, they do it in a way that it is shown. And I believe that women should be first at home, wherever they are at work, they should be practicing, what is said. If I'm seated, if I'm driving with my kids and we're going somewhere and we do not do those things that are said that we should do as the public, they will learn that. They'll see that, but Mama is not doing this, then I also do it. Even at work where we are, we need to practice that. Sometimes we find ourselves in compromised conditions and you end up relaxing all those measures. The people are watching. So they will not do it because this mother who is the head of this office is also not doing it. So why am I doing it? So we need to, those smaller things before we can get to those big things where this has been banned, this is not allowed. But our day-to-day things, the way we conduct ourselves every second as women, we need to ensure that our public out there is safe.
Dr. Mnisi, throughout the month of August, we've been profiling women who've made strides in their various communities, in the different sectors, in the corporate sector, in the government sector, who've made a positive contribution to their various communities. I mean, women like yourselves, incredible women who are, somebody like people that so many people look up to. So what does Women's Month mean to you? And as a leader in government, what sort of message of support and hope do you have for all women in the country?
For me, Women's Month is a celebration. I take it like graduation day. For all these other 11 months, we're supposed to be out there working. Then when it comes Women's Month, we put down our aprons, we get on our high heels, and we celebrate ourselves.
Yes.
And in that way, the people out there, those that do not know that there's this kind of beings called women, they will see. And when we share our stories, the other young women will be interested and they'd like to follow Dr. Mnisi, So right. That is what Women's Month means to me. For me, it's not like we must wait for not do anything until August and then that's when we go out and do soup kitchens and whatever we can do. No, for me, August is the time to celebrate the work that I've been doing for the past 11 months. And one of the things that is a negative thing for women is is health. You know, most of the women, they suffer different kinds of health challenges. And the main one that I would like, you know, to put across as a message of support to all women out there is that please take care of yourself, especially your mind health, you know, which is called mental health. I'm avoiding to say mental health because, you know, when the moment you say mental health, people think, oh, something else. So we need to take care of that. And we are exposed to so much stresses, you know, at work, at home, wherever there's so much stress, and we need to take care of ourselves, because if you are not happy, again, it's about being happy. If you're not happy, then you'll not be a good mother, you'll not be a good partner, you'll not be a good boss, you just will not be good. And by the way, it starts from you. You must be happy for yourself. Make sure that you take care of your mental health, whatever ways that are out there for you to, you know, to engage and get support. Do those things. Talk to a friend, talk to whoever, get spiritual support, and your mental health should be in good tops. And then in that way, you'll be able to be driven forward.
I quite take that point there, Dr. Mnisi. You need to be happy with yourself. And you know what does that mean for a happy nation? Dr. Mnisi, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Simkuye.
All right, that was we just spoke to Dr. Nomfundo Mnisi. She's a veterinarian who believes that animal health is a strong pillar to achieve public health.